Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice with Strife. This is a game called This War of Mine. Unlike a lot of games on the market, which really focus on you playing a soldier and, shooting and being, all super macho with a gun and everything, This War of Mine is about playing a civilian caught in a blockaded city. So, shelling is going on. There's a lack of supplies, and really your sole focus is trying to survive. It's really it's a look at war through a completely different lens, one that most of us would probably end up experiencing if war ever broke out where you or I lived. So I've been playing a little bit of this in my spare time, and it really is a good game, though I'm not gonna lie, it is somber. It is a very dark game. For what it deals with. But nonetheless, it is a good game. It is a very good game. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game instead of continuing because, well, what better place to start than at the beginning? Day 1. How long has this siege lasted? It's hard to say when every day is a struggle for survival. The city is crawling with snipers. Shelling is ordinary business almost every night. Phones don't work. There's a shortage of food and meds, and many people are left homeless. Bruno and Marco have been good friends, so when the war broke out, they decided to stick together. They met Pavle when scavenging for supplies. He used to be Pagoran's star football player. Now he's just another homeless victim of war. So they teamed up, hoping for the best. Okay, so this is your base. You've got you have 3 survivors. The third one, I believe, yeah, Marco here. This is a unique character. The third character changes out, it would seem. I got a completely different character the first time around. This is your crafting bench, and this is your full base. So, right off for the start, you have to deal with a ticking timer. There's always a time up in the top left corner, which once it hits, I think about 5 or 8 p.m. I can't quite remember which. I think it's 8 p.m. The day ends, and you can no longer work in your base and perform upgrades and just basic maintenance and whatnot. And night falls, and you have to decide on who gets to sleep, who gets to guard, and who, if anyone, goes out to scavenge. So you can only go out and scavenge during the night, and that's an entirely different experience unto itself. So for right now, I'm going to explain the crafting system and the way that it works. So first of all, you've got a whole bunch of stuff here: bed, chairs, fire, radio, etc. And a lot of these are, very basic amenities that you're going to need. Water, there's like a rainwater collector here. This is used well, water is basically used in just about any type of cooking. Then, of course, there's all sorts of fire elements that you can make. You can make it from wood, books, or just general components. And you get all of these supplies whenever you go out scavenging during the night. One of the problems that I have to face right off the bat is that nobody can get a good night's sleep because they don't have a bed. So that's a really good place to start. But another good place to start is also a crude stove, because a stove allows you to, cook meals so that food will fill you up better. Eating a uncooked morsel doesn't really restore that much strength. But more important than that is this right here, the metal workshop. The metal workshop will allow me to create shovels and crowbars and things that, well, they're very, very useful for the fact that you can clear debris very quickly with a shovel. You can force locks open and break open doors with a crowbar. Or pry bar, maybe, if you prefer. This is completely played with the mouse, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy, Marco, over to open that door. Nope, he can't do anything, so because it's locked. So I'll send him downstairs, and actually, I'll send him up here to crack that door open. And you, our friend Pavle, our friend Pavle, he can start going through these rubble piles. Basically, actually, forget the rubble piles. We'll search. We want to find the materials to just. Okay, here we go. We found some equipment in one of these piles. We got 10 components: water, wood, and a lockpick. Now, in your base, there's no limit to how many supplies you can have, as far as I know, at least. So I'm just gonna grab all, and you can search this. Basically, I don't want to clear debris piles with my hands. You can open that door. Okay, he searched this debris pile. We've got some basic herbs, some components, and electronics. Let's just take it all. And you can search that one right there. You can get this door open. You can... Oop, you search through it. Water, electronic components, and some herbs. So basically what I'm looking for right now is... Hey, you... What are you doing? Search this pile. What I'm doing right now is I'm basically looking for all of the potential components to get my hands on a metal crafting bench so I can make a shovel and stuff. So, okay, here we go. We've got some parts. That's going to be super important. Got another one, some components and some wood. We'll take all of it because... And these are just the starting supplies that you get whenever you start the game. The stuff that's lying around the house that you're located in and that you've made your home base. So it looks like that is everything. So now I'm gonna put some of these guys to work just clearing the rubble with their hands because, you know, what else is there to do? Okay, so I've got the components for a metal workshop, which is 10, what is this, components and 5 wood. So we're going to make this. We got to drag it over to a proper location. I just put it right next to the crafting bench here. We'll place it, and it's going to take him about an hour in-game time to make that. So, in the meantime, I'm going to send Bruno downstairs, who seems to always start out as slightly sick, which isn't optimal. It's not great. It's not good, but it is what it is. And what I want right off the bat is a pry bar and a shovel. Those both will come in very handy. So let's open up the metal workshop. And how much does a shovel cost? Okay, so it doesn't take the same components. So we can make both a shovel and a pry bar. So we'll make a shovel first. That'll take him a minute. And once we have the shovel in place, at least here in the base... it does not need to be equipped. It's just a piece of equipment. People will equip it and unequip it without having to go to some sort of a storage locker. That's the big thing about the inventory of the base. It's kind of in the ether. No one specifically has and or owns it. So, okay. Now, before I go about making clearing any of those debris piles, I'm gonna set him to work on making a pry bar. Now you see he's got the shovel, and that debris pile is clearing a whole lot faster. Over here, Marco has been cleaning this one out, and it's been very, very slow. So, see, he started ages ago, and he's not even done yet. Bruno over here, however, he's already finished. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and tell Pavle, I think I'm saying his name right, to pry open this door. And Marco can, whoops. Oh, crap. Ooh. I think I've still, yeah. Okay, I've still got the lockpick, so I didn't use it up accidentally. Lockpicks are super useful because, you can sneak around, various locations. Here we go. And he's gonna loot that. We've got bandages and some books. So I don't know if you can actually read the books. I've never found myself in a position where that's been a real true option. So let's send him upstairs. Okay, so we've broken into one of the cabinets. We've got some basic meds, some herbs, water, and books. So we'll just grab all and we'll exit. We cracked the other one open. We got a morsel and some jewelry, which is great for bartering. There is a sort of merchant that comes around every once in a while. Let's see, what else do we have coming to us? Let's hop upstairs. And Bruno, being the one who's slightly sick, he can go ahead and sit down upstairs as well. Pavle is slightly wounded. That's not good. Okay, I hear the ticking of the clock. It's 7:20 in the evening, which means that 8 o'clock at night, once it gets to 8 p.m., I can't work on my base anymore, and we have to go into scav mode. Okay, so it's time for the night. So this is the deal. I basically have to choose who gets to stay home. So, well, this is new to me. It would appear that the locations available on the map, they change. So this is a lot more randomized than I thought. So, Marco is the only one who is in good health, so I'm going to send him to scavenge. Bruno, being slightly sick, I'm going to let him sleep, and I'm going to let Pavle guard. So, actually, I'm going to let Pavle sleep, and I'm going to have Bruno guard, because Bruno is just sick, and Pavle is wounded. So I think that there's a distinct difference there. Okay, so what locations do we have to go to? We've got our shelter, a sheltered cottage, semi-detached house, and a decrepit squat. This neighborhood recently got shelled, and many houses are still burning. People were fleeing for their lives in a hurry, so we may find some useful stuff there without meeting anyone. So that's a shelled cottage. The semi-detached house, half of it is in ruin, but there are people living in the other half. They don't seem friendly. At night, you can sometimes hear shots fired from there. We could probably scour the abandoned part for supplies if we manage to sneak past the inhabited part. Okay, so that's a much more dangerous, and it even says down at the bottom, danger. Decrepit squat, it's been inhabited by homeless since long before the war. They've always been struggling with the lack of food and might not have survived the recent shortages. They shouldn't be a threat, and we could find some useful things there. So, not much in the lines of food, and food is really an enormous focus in this game. But there are lots of materials, weapons, and parts. But the shelled cottage is really the most reasonable place. This is quite clearly the easy starting method or location to go to. So I'm going to prepare for this one. I'm going to send well, I forget his name. I'm going to send him in with the pry bar and the shovel, and I'm going to leave it at that because I want as much pack space open as possible. So we're going to go ahead and hop into scavenge. Hopefully we won't run into anyone. The house is still burning. Is it safe to go inside? Okay, so we can come up here and we can start looting some of these piles to see if there's anything inside in them. Okay, we've got a lot of components and wood and stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave all of this in the front pile because I don't know what I want. There will be more than enough time over the night for me to figure out what I want to take and what I want to leave. This is this next pile is an absolute treasure trove of wood and parts, so we'll exit. Now we can go ahead and look through like the mail slot or something of the door, and as you can see, aha, things are illuminated in the house. They're no longer obscured by this like pencil texture. So it looks like nobody's inside, just like the predictions were. The house is empty. So let's raid the fridge. That's an important location. Okay, so we've got lots of food in here, along with some water and herbs, also sugar. Sugar, not the most phenomenally useful on its own, actually pretty useless on its own, but it can be used in the fermentation process and the creation of alcohols. So you can create a distilling station. I don't think that I'm going to take the sugar out of the fridge quite yet, so I'm going to exit, and that's all that I'm going to take for now. Go ahead and check inside of this drawer as well. One more water. Water stacks up to 10. Everything has a different stack. Clearly food has a limit of 4. So let's keep going. And it looks like there's actually stuff to loot out in the backyard. What do we have here? We got some bandages and we've got some meds, some herbal meds. Simple medications based on herbs. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. Still better than nothing. So, there's that. We've still got lots of space left in the pack. Next, we have to figure out whether or not to go up or down. I'm going to go up, because there's a chance that there will be some useful stuff up here. Let's look through the keyhole or something. It doesn't look like there's anything in the room next door, but there probably is something to loot. So let's check this pile over here. And just more components. Basic stuff. Let's pry this door open. Now, as you can see, as I do this, I get this pulsing image. And that's a sign that I'm making noise, which is kind of dangerous if you're in some sort of a location that's, you know, it has other people in it. You want to try to make as little noise as possible, which is the reason why you get your hands on lockpicks. Those are silent. So let's go ahead and loot this pile over here. More wooden components. Like I said, I'll probably come through and take everything that I need whenever I really have the need for it. But for right now, I'm looking for the very useful stuff, like this right here. Parts. Those are a lot more rare. We need right here, weapon parts. I can make a knife out of these at some point. We've got some electric parts. Coffee. Some of us drink coffee to find strength in order to survive another day. Its limited availability in wartime makes it a valuable commodity. So this is definitely useful. It's a trade item. If I make the coffee, I can probably improve the mental state of some of the individuals. I'll also take the cigarettes and the fertilizer. I will leave for now. Let's read this note over here. What's going on here? One of the flyers dropped on the city. It reads, "This is a zone of anti-terrorist operation. Persons remaining in the city will be treated as terrorist supporters. For your own and your family's safety, leave Porgan immediately. The army guarantees you a safe passage." Not many believed them after the atrocities they had committed. So, quite clearly, propaganda and all sorts of stuff. Ah, here, you can see these red dots showing up. That means that you can hear something moving around inside of some area. So, looks like it's possible to get downstairs still. Oh, what do you know? I thought the, what have we got here? So those red dots mean that you can hear something. Here, it's only rats. Okay, we've just got some wood in here. I'll go ahead and clear this rubble pile. I have until 5 a.m. before, I have to get back, so... the red dots, obviously, you want to be very, very careful if the location has people in it, because things can go wrong very, very quickly, and every day really is a fight for survival in this game. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and pry these locks open on the cabinet. Like I said, the shovel and the pry bar, super, super useful. Okay, we've got some more bandages and some cigarettes. We've got everything that we need for ammo, but because I don't have a gun, I'm not going to take this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. To the extent of my knowledge, nothing in these abandoned buildings gets looted by someone else. The stuff doesn't vanish. If it does at some point, then that's an element of the game that I haven't experienced yet. I'm purely speaking from experience. I haven't actually done any true blue research on this game, so... And for that matter, I need components and wood a lot more to continue performing base improvements. So, I'm almost done here. I can go ahead and check out this. What have we got here? Homegrown tobacco. We've got some extra parts, extra weapon parts. We've got some valuable trading items. And I think that's just about everything that I really want to be taking out of this building for now. What I'm probably going to do is run back, because you can indeed run. See, you right-click to run, and for that matter, I'm in scavenge mode. If I click this button over here, I go into weapon mode, and the only weapon that I have on hand is a shovel. Not the best weapon, but it's better than just my fists. Ideally, you would go in with a knife or a gun, if you have a gun. That being very, very difficult to get your hands on. Okay, wait, that's not what I was looking for. Let's head out front here, and let's grab ourselves some wood and some components. So we'll take 4 of these components, and I think I'll dump this cigarette for 2 pieces of wood. And now that we're done there, I haven't done this before because this is a randomized location. This is not the same type of a house. I got the same kind of generic, safe first looting experience whenever I played this game the first time, but I did not get this specific area. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the area and head back home. And if you are caught in the middle of the location at 5 a.m. and you don't leave in time, then you do indeed you don't get back at dawn. You get back at like midday or something, which it's not optimal. Okay, so now for the next part. I've come back with my materials. The other 2 are still here. The night was calm. Marco has been searching for supplies, brought back some interesting things. So this is important, the day log. When you are gone, or whether or not you send someone out to scavenge, night passes and it is an entirely it's entirely hands-off nighttime, okay? Nighttime at the base is entirely hands-off, and it is possible to be raided. And how well the raid is handled, there are several factors. What type of weapons you have on hand, how many people you put on guard, how many supplies you have in the house. The more supplies you have, I think the more likely you are to be raided. Whether or not the raiders were just, whether or not it was just, you know, simple people trying to get by, or authentic looters, or thugs and bandits, or, you know, real serious raiders who were experienced, that all plays a factor in this, and the game really, really does become much more difficult very quickly over the first 10 days, and there's an escalating level of depravity as the game goes on, what the type of things you have to deal with. So there we go. I'm back at base, and that is This War of Mine, guys. I would love to play more of this for you guys, but only if you really want to see me play it. Hopefully enough of you are tuning in and want to see more of this. This is really a game that is up my alley. It's all about war and fallout and, you know, just the general concept of, like, life is a really serious struggle during and after serious events, okay? So if you want to see more of this, please tell me, please say so, because I will be more than willing to come back and play this game, but only if you guys want it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!